Hey guys, welcome back to the Mr. Nerds podcast. It's your hosts, CAMEL with StubbornWeeb. Yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about some news, some good stuff. All right, so before you guys click off this video, we're gonna start talking normally now. Okay. So, first of all, we gotta get to what we've been playing. So, Austin, have you been playing anything recently?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
I don't know. Why don't you say it?
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, I always start.
Alright, so, first of all, I've been playing this mobile game called King of Lust. No, I haven't actually. It is a game, though. I got an ad for it and it looked really weird.
Yeah.
But that's not what I've been playing. I've been pretty much playing the same things. I've gotten a lot more into Wind Waker, and I think I'm almost done with the game, and then I'm going to start Red Dead Redemption 2.
Really?
For real this
Promise?
time. Promise.
Swear?
Oh, yeah. Need to get it out of my life. It's been stressing me out.
It's gonna be like a really good game, man. I cried, man. I recently went back and just rewatched the last 5 hours of the game, because I cried the last 5 hours of the game. It's such a good game. It has such a good emotional payoff at the end. Oh, I love that game. Is that all you've been playing?
I mean, I've been playing Mega Man X. I'm about done with that. It's Maverick Hunter, so it's a bit renewed. I still prefer the original. I actually really liked the, I think it was 32-bit art style that the old one had going for it, and I honestly think the added bits of story were pretty good on the newer one, but the first one felt a whole lot more epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear, okay, this is off topic, and I'll get to what I've been playing after this, but you saying that you liked an older version of, that's mine.
Is it your water?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hand me mine. Okay.
That reminded me, you just saying that you liked an older version of something is, the Medieval remake that they did recently?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite sure how you do it, but I think if you collect all of something or whatever, you get the classic version of the game unlocked.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, I don't know, I just thought that was cool.
I thought every game should do that. I picked up the Reignited Trilogy, and I was really kind of hoping that the Spiral game. I know they're not. I know the originals aren't in there, but it would be super awesome if they were.
Yeah, or just some sort of texture pack or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the original games. How much are they? Are they a gig a piece, probably?
Probably, if not less.
So it wouldn't be that hard to just slap them in there.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be cool to have.
Yeah.
Just for nostalgia.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what I've been playing mainly has been just Days Gone. It's one of those games where it's just I don't even really know why I'm playing it. I haven't really been enjoying myself. It's just like I told you before. It's just so average. It's almost unbearable to play.
You wish you were playing a bad game, just so you could have some fun with it.
Yeah, it's just so unbearably average. I'm genuinely thinking about just stopping and actually playing The Last of Us, because I know it's a good game. I just never played it.
Yeah, did you get it with Plus a few months back?
No, I've had it for a long time.
Oh, okay.
I just never played it.
Gotcha. Yeah, it sounds like they're going to be doing some really cool things with The Last of Us too.
Yeah, that's the main reason. The game seems it's fun. What I played of it, I probably got a good at least quarter of the way through, but then I just kind of dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it was fun when I played what I played of it, but it was just kind of, I don't know, I think I just had other games to play. I think I got Red Dead Redemption 2 right around the same time I really started to play it.
Yeah.
And I believe The Witcher 3 was also a game that I was playing. I think I was doing another playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. I think it just kind of got lost.
Yeah. So it's one of those... Oh my gosh.
Are you okay?
Dude, snot just started dripping down through the back of my throat.
Don't tell me that.
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't know why that happened. So, oh wait. All right, sorry about that. We just paused it. He was having a gag attack.
Oh.
What was I talking? Oh, okay. So it was one of those games that you had, and you were just kind of finishing it because you've had it.
Yeah.
Pretty
much.
Yeah, I have those games. You bought it, and it's like, why not just?
I recently bought Devil May Cry 5, but then I also have all the other Devil May Crys. I think you were there when I bought them.
You were. I told you to buy them.
Yeah.
Me and him were not a good influence on each other. This summer, we bought a lot of games that just added to our backlog, and we kept encouraging each other to buy more games.
Yeah. And then I think we both also got books that we're probably never going to finish.
Do you know, they're like $25 books. They look real nice, and they're a nice, like, bookshelf stuffer, but...
I don't have a bookshelf.
Oh.
I just have a book.
One day.
One day.
It's pretty interesting, though. I was into it at the time I bought it, but now I'm not as into it.
Yeah.
Alright. So, what do you say we'll move on to the first piece of news, bucko?
I would prefer you to call me Jimbo.
Jimbo. What's Jimmy call his dad?
Dad?
Did you just call him Dad?
Yeah.
I thought he called him Goddard.
That's his dog.
No, that was the joke. Goddard is his dad.
It's not a very good joke.
Dude, I've got this theory formulating. And which came first, the dog or the man? All right. Okay. So, Cyberpunk. Oh, this is the first piece of news, by the way. Cyberpunk microtransactions. People have been getting on a little tizzy over this. This is for the multiplayer. Keep in mind, this is not the base game. They're not going to be selling you any cosmetics or anything. For single player, at least. But anyway, what a lot of... Oh, okay, I was reading notes for the Blades news, which is coming up next.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. It's coming to Switch? No, it's not. Early December release?
No, just the Cyberpunk microtransactions are coming early December. The game's not.
The game, you can pre-purchase the microtransactions.
Yeah. Yeah, but the people are just kind of upset about it because it's CD Projekt Red and they've never really had microtransactions in their games before. It's just...
They've also never had multiplayer before, though.
Yeah, that's the main... Like, I think what's going to happen, though, is, like, this is pretty far down the line anyways because they're finishing the single-player stuff. All they've confirmed is that there is going to be a multiplayer component in the game that they're going to work on.
So it won't be out at launch?
No, multiplayer is not going to be out at launch.
That's pretty sweet. It probably makes a lot of consumers feel better that way.
Yeah. And one thing I wonder about, though, is what they're going to do with Cyberpunk multiplayer. Is it going to be, like, Dragon Age Inquisition's multiplayer? Did you ever see that?
It was pretty bad. I played it once.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that.
I didn't like it. Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting because a lot of RPGs that have a multiplayer component, it's either like really good and people really enjoy it. Like Mass Effect 3, people still love Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. I believe Mass Effect Andromeda, people also really enjoyed the multiplayer to that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's still probably a player base for it. Because I played the multiplayer and I actually enjoyed it way more than the base game. I was like, why don't they just make a Mass Effect multiplayer game?
I've actually heard that people say that like the combat's the best thing about this game. Like,
yeah.
Everything else sucks, but the combat, pretty cool.
One thing, though, about Mass Effect Andromeda, they actually had some pretty okay companions, I think. But yeah, Cyberpunk multiplayer, I think it would be interesting if they did just like I don't know, maybe like side stories or something, or no, I don't know, because if there's if there's microtransactions, then man, that means that there's going to be like some sort of like live service type of thing going on, right?
I'd assume so, but if they use it to build up the multiplayer, I don't see a problem with it. Because, like, every multiplayer game needs some sort of li- food for it, I guess, so you can keep it going. Which a lot of people don't realize. Like Battlefront 2's thing, where they were just going to keep releasing free DLC, that's not a viable business plan. They had to have. I'm not saying the way they went about microtransactions was right, but that's not realistic, and they need something to keep providing support for their future DLC.
Yeah, because the initial purchase of $60 is not enough.
To keep adding on.
Yeah, and then plus when the game gets down lower, like people start buying it for $20 later on. And, that's definitely not going to be enough to keep them fueling the game.
Especially for servers, you have to upkeep them and keep them going. So, especially if it's just for the multiplayer part, and who knows, this might actually come back to help provide free DLC for the single-player part.
Yeah, that's one thing that Rockstar does that I kind of like. I think I've seen it more with GTA than Red Dead Redemption, but in GTA 5, like, there'll be cars and stuff that they introduce in through the multiplayer or new guns, and they're available in just, like, regular single-player mode as well.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. It's not anything, like, substantial, like, new story or anything, but it's just cool little stuff.
Yeah. Alright, you ready to move on?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, like, the one thing I don't really know what they're going to do with the multiplayer. Especially because I don't know what type of game it's really going to be. We know what type of game it's going to be, but we don't know, like, what features the game is going to have, I guess.
Yeah, you know what would be really cool?
Huh.
Is if for the multiplayer, if they build another city from the ground up, so it's not Night City, it's some other place in the world, and it'll be a shared hub for players. Like, maybe it could be on a different country that the world hasn't explored yet or something. And then it could be like kind of like an MMO type situation.
I could see that being cool, but I don't see why they would need to like switch it to a whole different place. No. I could see there still being like it being Night City still, and then
I was just thinking that so that way it'd make the multiplayer at least unique, because Final Fantasy 15, I give it a lot of crap, but I at least think the multiplayer was interesting because it gave you a story that wasn't told by the game. It was still in the game's world, but if they do keep it in Night City, I would like to see it like that. Like maybe before or after the game takes place, because I would like the multiplayer to have some kind of narrative appeal to it.
Yeah. That's my main reason I don't get into a lot of multiplayer games, is because there's nothing there to grab me and keep me invested.
Yeah, and I could easily see it just becoming an action onslaught, like just PvP and stuff, too, just as easily. Co-op horde enemies, or like maybe you could be you could do co-op missions like infiltration and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think it would be kind of fun to have a Cyberpunk like battle royale.
That might be neat.
Even though battle royale is like kind of overdone by this point, but like I still think it'd be fun to have just like, and like screw balance and stuff. I just think it would be amazing to just have them like, just like have everyone from their game, like their base game, their single player character, just come into the game and then just be like, you have all your abilities, all your weapons, just go at each other.
That'd be pretty sweet. I always do love to see different companies' approaches to
battle royales.
Yeah, battle royales. Battle royales. I had a little spit. I need to stop discussing my bodily functions.
What were you saying?
I just like to see the ways different companies handle it, even if it is overdone.
Yeah.
I'm into genre. I honestly don't know why people are so mad about battle royales, because I mean you could say the same thing. It's like, oh, single player RPGs are so overdone, but people still want more. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just not grabbing, or if you want to do more battle royales, there needs to be some kind of overhaul to make it interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Apex did. That it got people interested. Okay.
Next bit of news.
Elder Scrolls Blades has been fixed. Not just some random blades that have been laying around.
That would be kind of cool, though.
Some probably have. I don't know what's going on near like smithing shops or anything.
Yeah. We don't have any of those around here, do we?
No. We have some auto shops.
Yeah, I bet they can make you a sword if you asked them to.
Like out of car parts.
Yeah. You just be like, hey, just give me a sword. And they're like, what? And you're like, I needed to go on an adventure.
That's what they have in the back. Anyway, I need to go on an adventure. Anyway, Elder Scrolls Blades has been fixed. But because of this, the Switch port is being delayed for a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and run over the fixes and things that will be brought to the game with the upcoming 1.5, which will release in early December. So there will be the biggest and most notable change is that any time for unlocking chests will be completely removed. That was one of the biggest complaints. Level PvP is coming, which you can participate in when you become level 5. There will be guilds added to the game, and you can go to your friends' towns that they have built up and start trading with their merchants. This will also be entirely cross-platform when it comes to Switch, so if your friend's on iOS or Android and you're on Switch, all of you guys can still go to each other's towns.
Didn't they say that the Blades was coming to the other consoles as well?
I thought they did at one point, but all I saw is the Switch release being talked about.
Huh.
So I don't know if they've scrapped that or not, or maybe it's already out. I don't think they are. That's pretty much all it brings, but a lot of people are seeing this as too little too late. You know, Blades has been out for about a year now, and the player base is pretty much gone because it was kind of greedy.
Yeah, that's kind of where I am with it. I'm probably never going to play it. It's whatever for me.
Yeah, nothing seemed to grab me. It looks like a pretty top-tier mobile game, but to be honest, I'm not into my mobile games looking like a pseudo-real game. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
The only game that I think has been really good on mobile that kind of delivers what it wanted to was Mario Kart Tour.
Yeah.
Because that was really fun. You could get it out. It didn't load too long. And you could play it. It wasn't too money hungry. It still had a lot of microtransaction elements in it, but it was still fun. And I really liked that game for that reason. I don't like Mario Run for that reason because it just felt like a half-baked Mario game. I don't know.
Is that all we really want to say about this? It's just like...
Yeah, just whatever. Black Friday happened. It was hard to find new this week because everybody was just talking about Black Friday deals.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but Redbox and Gamefly do their own Black Friday deals, and they mark a lot of their stuff down. A lot.
They do?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
The thing with Redbox, though, is, you just get the Redbox case, I think. I don't know if it's the Redbox case or some other case. Either way, you don't get, the official box, which makes sense because it comes from Redbox.
Yeah.
And then Gamefly's, you might get the case, but it's from used games, so it might be a bit torn up.
Yeah.
But I know that some Redboxes had Fallen Order going for $40, which is pretty good since it's a new game.
Yeah.
Personally, though, that's not for me. I like to get my cases and know what's in an okay condition.
Yeah. I agree. Completely.
Yeah. For Black Friday, me and him picked up a couple things. I got some of the Mario games because I got Super Mario Party and Mario Odyssey because they were $30. Nintendo games hardly drop below 60. And I also got Alita Battle Angel on Blu-ray. And you got... What'd you get?
I thought you were my friend. You should know these things.
Let me think. Oh, Devil May Cry 5.
That was it. That's all I got.
That's all he...
That's all I can afford. That's all I can afford on Black Friday.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to play that game.
You spent from total despair to I'm pretty excited. Like, that might be all I gotten, but dang.
Yeah. I got all the other Devil May Cry games, and I still haven't beat the first game. I got pretty... I didn't get far in it at all. Because I got to, like, the first boss fight, and I just couldn't get past it, and I was like, I'm mad. I'm going to play a different game for a minute, and then I just never went back.
Never, ever, ever. I need to get the collection so I can hype myself up for 5.
Yeah. That'll be a fun game to try to play on our channel.
No. That's one of those games I want to play alone.
Why?
I do. I just do. I'm sorry. It seems like a game I'd really be into, and I just want to be alone.
But I already have all the games, CJ.
Oh, you mean like the series, or?
Yeah.
I guess we could.
I don't know. You know what? Actually, never mind. I don't want to touch any games with you.
Oh. Okay, so that's pretty much it for Black Friday. There was a lot of good deals this year, though. Kia, you should look at some of the console deals. They were pretty bumping. Neither of us had enough money to get any of the console deals, but they were good. Rise of Skywalker script was put onto eBay. The official big ol' script, which I don't even know if it's a real script anymore, because it sounds like this happened a few weeks back, and that movie sounds like it keeps changing every week.
Yeah.
Anyway, the basic story is that John Boyega, basically, he is Finn in the new Star Wars trilogy. He left the Rise of Skywalker script under his bed right before he moved. He just set it under there, and he was going to go to sleep and pick it up the next morning, but he said the boys came over and he started partying.
Mm-hmm. And then the boys started to party.
And the boys started to party, and he just woke up and left, forgot the script there. And then he moved out. A cleaning lady came in a few weeks later and sold it on eBay. And the price
was like, oh man, this is a real thing. It's a real deal.
Yeah, but the thing is, the cleaner only sold it for £65, which is about $85.
She didn't like go like, yo, I got a real Star Wars script, $8,000 or something.
No, I don't know. She like must have not thought about it, or she was just an uncultured swine.
Maybe she was just uneducated, you know.
Because what I think is weird is, if she was uneducated, she probably wouldn't have sold it at all. But since she knew it was something, she was like, alright, I'll still sell this. But she didn't sell it for what it was, which is really...
What if, like, she just sold everything
that was
left over in his house? And that's how she makes a living. Like, just being a cleaning lady doesn't really do much. So she just, like, will steal random things from his house, you know?
Yeah.
Just little things here and there and go, like... What's the actor's name?
John Boyega.
Yeah. There's just, like... You'll just find, like, some John Boyega stuff, you know? Like, John Boyega's underwear. John Boyega's used underwear on eBay, you know?
The thing I find weird about that stuff is, like, how do you know if it's John Boyega's underwear?
It smells like him.
What if you've never gotten close enough to or can you just smell them through, like, the movie screen?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
He smells like a movie theater.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny.
And then, didn't Disney just buy it?
Yeah, Disney bought it before anyone could get a hold of it.
Yeah. Like, because that's technically not illegal, right? Like, she couldn't get in trouble for it if she just found the script.
I'm assuming not, since they bought it from her instead of pursuing legal action.
Yeah. Like, because, I mean, if you just happen to find a script that somebody left, then, like...
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. What else is there?
Negative reviews for Stadia continue. It's laggy. Nobody likes the overheating issue, and nobody also likes how you can only purchase games through your mobile device.
And then just it's
bad.
Oh my god.
Stadia Pro's a joke. $10 a month, I think, for just a few games and 4K.
Yeah. Well, and that's also another thing. Like, okay, so they've been hyping this up, going like, the games are 4K. You can play these games in 4K. But then some of these games don't have 4K capability, and people are kind of mad about it. And Stadia just has the balls to be like, well, some of these games are before the 4K era, and the developers are just incompetent and don't know how to develop a 4K update.
Did they say that?
Basically. Like, they said it in...
a nicer way?
No, it was still pretty harsh. They were just like, it's the developers being irresponsible and not future-proofing their games or something. And I was like, that's so stupid. How could you just say that? Like, it's your fault for saying all the games on your service are going to be 4K and then getting games that don't have 4K capability.
Yeah, and maybe they're like, no one likes Stadia anyway, so we'll just go out with saying whatever we feel like.
These incompetent developers won't release 4K updates.
We'll try to get as much press as we can, even if it's bad press.
Yeah. That was one thing I forgot to mention, but yeah, I think that's pretty just ballsy and mean. And then I've just seen so many reviews of like people trying to play a game on Stadia, and then they'll like try to move, and then they'll sit there and they'll wait upwards of 10 seconds sometimes, and then the character will move.
It's insane. Yeah, people hate it. People do like xCloud though, and what that brings. We already talked about that a bit more last podcast, so we don't really want to go too deep this time.
Yeah. Go check out our last podcast if you haven't heard.
Yeah.
Check out all of our podcasts, even though they're not really relevant anymore.
No, the news has already passed, but there are some games that... Oh, dude. Watam or Watam? That game we talked about, the really weird one?
Watam.
It's made by the Katamari Damacy developers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get to flush people?
Yeah.
No one's talking about that game, and it comes out this month. Well, next month, December.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, I want it.
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, I think it was our second podcast.
First or second, yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty... Man, that's crazy.
Alright. So, guys, if you haven't seen that game, though, check out Watam. I'm going to put a link in the bottom of the video. Not the bottom of the video, like on screen, but down below the video, and you know what I'm talking about? I think they know what I'm talking about. The description. Yeah.
What's the next bit? Tell me the news.
Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection is coming out. It has Assassin's Creed 4 and Rogue. I don't know if this is a pre-existing collection, but it's coming out on Switch. And what makes this most notable is it actually comes with different features. It has HD rumble support with the Joy-Cons, motion controls for aiming and stuff.
Really?
And it has touchscreen support. Which is weird because you don't see a lot of Switch games getting touchscreen support. And it releases at $40 instead of a usual $60 like most Switch game ports get. I don't agree with that, but it's what most ports get.
Will it have the multiplayer?
No. Black Flag will not have multiplayer.
Oh. Well, I don't think anybody played it anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, those are like probably some of the best Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
What was there?
Oh, dude, wait, get this. Before Assassin's Creed started finding some success on Switch, they were really reluctant to do it because they said no one bought our games on the Wii U. And
nobody bought the Wii U.
I know, so they were thinking Nintendo fans just don't like what we have. But then Wii U just wasn't good.
Well, I mean,
it was good, but it didn't sell well. And
yeah. How long has that Wii U been sitting there, CJ?
Quite a while. Probably since 2014.
When's the last time you touched it?
I'm using it to play Wind Waker.
Ah.
Now that most of the Wii U games are getting discounted pretty heavily, I've been having a time with it.
Is there any games that you recommend for the Wii U? If people are still out there that have a Wii U?
I really love the Zelda HD remasters Nintendo Land. That's actually a really fun party game. I love that game. Super Mario 3D World, probably one of my favorite Marios.
Isn't that on Switch now, though?
No, it's not.
It's not?
People want it to be on Switch because they like it.
Oh.
It's finding an over-reliance on the cat powers, but that's about one of the only negatives I have with it. And I really really don't have that many other Wii U games. I have Sonic Lost World over there, but I haven't played it. And don't get the Smash Brothers on Wii U. Just get Ultimate. That was probably one of the most disappointing games I've ever picked up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And especially since I rely a lot on other people to play with me for Smash, because my internet won't work too good and no one wanted to play with me. There wasn't a story mode or any single player content. It made me kind of sad.
Now nobody still wants to play with you on Smash.
I know, but I can at least take it over to my grandma's where the internet works.
Alright. What's the next bit of news here?
I'm really mad at Nintendo. They need to freaking help get their servers fixed. My PlayStation works fine. It's Nintendo's fault. And Tetris must have their own servers because I can play Tetris fine, but I can't play Smash Brothers.
I'll play Smash Brothers. No, never mind. I won't. I was gonna make a joke about Smash Brothers, but then I realized I was just saying I'll play Smash Brothers, but I just realized I don't like Smash Brothers, so I probably won't play it.
Yeah.
I kind of saw the hope in your eyes, and then it died immediately.
Yeah. Okay. So, rolling right on to the next bit of news, Disney Plus now has a cultural depiction disclaimer. I think it's funny. I don't remember the exact wording. I should have wrote it down like the other stuff we're talking about. But basically, like on their older movies, Peter Pan and the Jungle Book, they'll say, at the very end of the description for the movie, it'll say, this content represents outdated cultural views that may not fit with modern standards.
Yeah, like the racist crows and...
Dumbo.
Yeah, or...
Was that Dumbo?
Yeah, that was in Dumbo.
Oh, okay. There was a Native American song in
Peter Pan.
Yeah, about how they were red and stuff.
Yeah.
And let's see. There was some more stuff, just, basically anything kind of racist in older Disney movies.
Yeah, bro. What do you mean? What's wrong with racism? That was a joke.
Yeah, we're not racist. Don't be racist.
Unless,
No, if you are racist, knock it off and be a better person.
We're beyond that now.
Yeah. Something I found funny, I should have probably talked about that when we were talking about Smash, but there are spirit boards in Smash which basically come to help your fighter. They give you buffs and eradicate negative effects on some battles, but they're going to have a Resident Evil spirit board where you can get Resident Evil spirits to help out your characters, which is weird because, while Resident Evil does have a presence on the Switch, none of the characters have ever been in Smash or are in it now.
I thought there was a character. No, I'm thinking about the PlayStation copy of Smash.
Oh, PlayStation All-Stars?
Yeah, I think there was a Resident Evil character. No, I'm thinking about Marvel vs. Capcom.
That'll definitely probably have one.
Yeah, it has. I think it has several Resident Evil characters.
Resident Evil. I personally prefer Resident Odd.
What?
You said Resident Even by mistake.
Oh, I didn't realize.
All right. That comes out 11/29. So today for us, but for you guys, it'll probably be yesterday because we upload this on a Saturday. And Frozen 2 made $350.2 million on debut, and it beat the first Frozen. This is worldwide, by the way, not domestically in the U.S. Yeah. United States of America.
We're the most patriotic people you'll ever meet.
It's a lie. I want to move to Japan.
What? You can't have guns in Japan.
Yes, you can if you try hard enough.
I think you can have guns anywhere if you try hard enough. Yeah, I think it's cool that Frozen 2 is doing so well, though, because it is a pretty decent movie. It's not like super great or anything, but it's all right in my opinion.
Yeah, later on this week too, we'll have our hot take on Frozen 2 out.
Yeah.
So be looking out for that. Just give you more insight. But I think both of us kind of agree it did some things better than the first, definitely.
Yeah. Like, not a crazy. Like, I wouldn't say it's like a crazy amount better than the first, but I think overall it's a better movie.
Yeah. Definitely as a sequel, though. Would not work as a standalone.
No.
Okay. So, we kind of flew through that news. Holy crap, this is a short episode.
That'll be fine.
It'll be fine?
You need a short episode every so often.
That's true. I guess it's been kind of slow. Everybody's been focused on Black Friday. And, you know, what's been going on in the actual news? Like, we talk about gaming news all the time, but...
We don't want to get into that.
You're right, we don't want to get into that. Yeah, it's not our job. We don't want to be political people.
Except in the last podcast when we criticized religion.
We didn't criticize it.
We talked critically of religion.
Yeah, but we didn't say, if you're religious, you should just go away.
Well, you should. No, that was a joke.
Yeah.
It was another joke.
See, guys, we have to induce edgy humor because this is not for kids.
Yeah.
This is not for kids.
This is not the CW for kids.
Dude, CW for kids? That was a freak. They had that weird Scooby-Doo show on it.
Scooby and Shaggy?
Yeah, and then sometimes it would, like, bring in the rest of the Mystery Gang.
Yeah, and then Shaggy and Scooby both, like, were animated weird and stuff.
Yeah, it had a weird art style.
I kind of liked it, though.
Yeah. What else did the CW for kids? Turtles counting up. 1, 2, 3, 4, turtles.
What else did they? I know they had Dragon Ball on there for a little while.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
Kai.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z Kai.
Con.
Was there any other things in the CW for kids?
Kirby is the star of the show. Kirby.
Sonic X?
Yeah. Gotta go faster.
Faster than Sonic X.
It's time to
duel. Do they have Pokemon on CW for kids?
I don't think so. I think that was only on Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Dude, I remember that Ninja Turtle
Digimon,
show.
they had Digimon though.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon are the champions. That was a good one, man. You know what was a good network though? Freaking Nicktoons in the like mid 2000s, bro.
Tasty. They had Dragon Ball Z Kai. It was censored, but it was still good.
Yeah, they had the Avatar always on reruns.
The Avatar was delicious. You should watch it if you haven't. They added Legend of Korra towards the end of it.
Yeah, Legend of Korra.
First season at least. After that, Nicktoons started going downhill.
Freaking My Life as a Teenage Robot.
Heck yeah, Invader Zim, Danny Phantom.
Dude, My Life as a Teenage Robot was a good show.
Yeah.
Do you remember that show, man?
I don't. I remember playing as her in Attack of the Toy Bots and those Nick games.
Dude, like, she was a blue robot. Her name was Jenny. She was so hot, dude. She was like one of my first cartoon crushes, even though she was a blue robot.
Thickest robot out there.
Thickest cartoon robot.
Alright, guys.
Except, Miss Fanny from Robots.
Yeah. Alright, guys. Stay on tuned for our other video. Top 10 thickest animated robots.
We should actually make that a video.
We should, dude. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's keep an eye out. Top 10 thickest animated robots.
We'll alternate. Like, we can... Or maybe it'll be our each top 5.
Yeah, each of us top 5, but overall it'll be top 10.
Yeah. Or maybe we can decide on a list cohesively. You'll run off 5 and then I'll run off 5.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And if there's crossover, I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
Then it might be like top 3.
Or we can Miss Fanny definitely gonna be on there though. You can't ignore Miss Fanny.
Yeah, she's definitely top of the list.
Her Fanny.
I
don't know. It's kind of hollow. Does that count?
Well, yeah, I mean, she's still thick, bro.
She's.
Dude, remember that one part when Rodney was sitting there and then he got trapped in between the wall and her fanny?
I do remember that.
I wish I was Rodney.
You ever think Rodney was a handsome boy?
Like, was he your robot crush?
No, I didn't like him in that way, but I always thought, man.
I did.
I think, dude.
Or Fender.
Let me think of who my robot crush was. I still thought Jenny was pretty hot, even though I never really watched the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I had the biggest crush on Kim Possible.
She's not a robot.
No, but like animated, just an animated character wise.
Yeah.
She was hot.
What about April from like the Ninja Turtles?
The
show?
Animated one?
Yeah. Or even the 3D animated one. I know I was a little old when that came out, but I ain't gonna deny. April's kind of thick.
People are really gonna start questioning us. The last one I talked about how like kind of attractive the cats were, like oddly sexualized. We're in the new Cats movie, and now we're talking about
robots and how thick they are.
How thick robots are, or animated crushes from when we were kids.
Yeah, definitely from when we're kids.
Yeah.
I still don't have a crush on them.
I don't like Amy from Sonic.
No, that'd be weird.
Oh, I'm sorry to say, I mean, I'm Big the Cat.
Oh. Sorry. I think we better end this before it gets weird.
It's too late for that.
Alright, so this has been the Misheard Nerds. Wait, recommendations.
Recommendations!
We always forget.
We do forget. I need to start writing down my recommendations because I've realized, like, last second, I'll just come up with something random. I'll look over at my shelf and be like, what have I been doing?
Juice boxes.
Juice boxes! Guys, Capri Suns. They've got the clear things at the bottom now. It's just so cool.
You can really see what you're drinking.
Yeah, even if it just looks like a bunch of yellow slosh, you can still see it's a bunch of yellow slosh. Okay, that wasn't really our recommendation.
It's mine.
Okay, well...
Alright, go ahead. Recommend something.
No, you recommend something first.
I had something in my liked bits.
Should we pause this real quick?
No.
No. Keep it live.
This is organic. So organic is what this is.
Dude, my mom got some organic Fiji apples, and they're like super tiny. I don't even know if they're Fiji apples. I just know they were tiny apples.
How can they not be organic?
What do you mean how can they not be organic? No, they were organic.
Yeah, but you said organic Fiji apples.
No, I just mean I don't know if they were Fiji apples. They could have been, but I just know they were organic apples. I don't know why I had the Fiji bit in.
Okay.
Anyway, they're like so tiny. They're not substantial. They don't end my hunger. I still crave more.
So anyways, my recommendation is a band, the Front Bottoms. They're getting pretty popular, and they got some nice music. I like them a lot. They're kind of like that, it's like alternative, like indie punk kind of vibe to them. I really like it.
Huh.
What's your recommendation?
Well, if we're going with bands, I guess I'll go ahead and go with, Caravan Palace or Siamese. They're both very different. Caravan Palace is like an electric swing type of band. I kind of like it. They got a nice little boppy feel to it. It's fun.
All right.
They used to do porn music, but now they just do regular music. I didn't find out about them from the porn music, and I learned this from a comment that commented on their video. So I'm actually not 100% sure if they did porn music. This is just something I got from a YouTube comment. And then Siamese, I really like The Wolf and some of their other songs because they're just bops too. I can't describe it. I'm not musically literate. I don't know how to describe it, but they're cool and you should check them out. We're also going to start linking our descriptions down below if possible. I mean our recommendations. Did I say descriptions?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I guess it's always kind of possible to link something like that, but I don't know what maybe if it's a gumball we had or something out of like one of those twisty machines. We can't really link that now. I don't even know what gumball it was.
What?
On that note, though, have you ever had the watermelon gumballs outside of like the Chinese restaurants?
Yeah.
Dude, those are freaking amazing. I really like how they look like watermelons.
Yeah, man.
And when you bite into them, no, I lied. They still look like green watermelon on the inside. There's no red.
Yeah, you were about to lie.
I was, but then I wasn't about to lie. I thought that's how it was, but I gave it another thought, and I just remember the disappointment when I realized, no, it's just green watermelon on both the outside and the inside. I think it's also hollow, which real watermelons aren't.
No, they're not.
No, unless you get a really bad watermelon, like the guy out there, he's like, I'm gonna trick him. So he gets the big plump watermelon, he like grinds out the inside, and then he takes a little hole and he like drains it all out, and he gives you the husk of the watermelon. You're like, dang, this be a lot watermelon. And then you take it home, and then you open it, and you're just like, where's the watermelon?
What?
You ever open a watermelon with a pizza cutter?
We need to end this.
Oh wait, guys! I really want to start doing this. It'll make us feel professional. All right, guys. Just before you forget that snap twice, I'm gonna snap a third time. Before you guys forget, go ahead and like and subscribe because that really helps us a lot. We need more people to subscribe. We're not being needy. We're just suggesting. So please subscribe.
This has been the Mr. Nerds podcast.
With you first.
Oh, Camel X.
With StubbornWeeb. And we will be seeing you guys around next time for the next round of gaming
He paused this
and
just
pop
so you could
culture
say
news. Bye. Have a sexy week, y'all. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving. We forgot to tell you that. It was 2 days ago by now, but hope you had a good one.